Hello and welcome back to this episode of the Engage 8 podcast. I'm Josh with my co-host,
Mike.
and today we are back for week 9 of the NFL season. We're going to recap everything that happened in this extremely eventful week 9. We'll start with injuries, then we'll get into our game-by-game breakdown, and we'll end the show as always with our NFL knockout game, where each week me and Mike individually knock out one team from the playoffs. Mike, we'll start here with the week 9 injuries. We got CJ Stroud with a concussion. Missed the rest of the game. His team only lost by 3 points. If he played, they probably win that game.
Yeah, announcers kept saying they'll hopefully see CJ back in the game when he was just lying dead on the field.
Yeah.
That was a rough one. Bad concussion. Took a pretty poor slide. Just not a good slide. Taken out. Looked, I don't know if he was unconscious, but just didn't look good. And
He was not unconscious. We would know if he was unconscious.
yeah, but I mean, we like for maybe a couple seconds.
Yeah. I guess that's a fair point. But yeah, no, it sucks. And it looks like he's probably going to be out for an extended period of time now. And that's
Yeah.
really unfortunate. On the good side, though, Davis Mills isn't bad.
I mean, he's not terrible.
Yeah.
He's not awful.
He's not bad.
I would say he's maybe bad.
No, he's
I'd
not
say he's
bad.
maybe bad.
No, I'd say he's okay.
He's not good.
No, I didn't say that either. He's okay. He's okay. The Lions got a laundry list here. There's a couple teams on here where I just listed the team name because there's just multiple players on the same team. Lions, it's Amik Robertson leg, Terrion Arnold back, Tate Ratliff shoulder, Christian Mahogany knee, Taylor Decker knee. So that's 3 starting offensive linemen and your number 1 and number 2 safeties. Obviously, not good.
Yeah, not good to lose that many people in a game. Hopefully not too many of them are long-term.
Yeah.
But you're already a little bit depleted and suffer a rough loss. So
Mahogany might be done. He got carted off.
Mahogany did it, yeah,
Arnold has been dealing with this back injury.
for a while now.
Yeah. So that's not good. And then Amik Robertson, he was in and out of the game. So he's a dog. He's going to play through injury.
Yeah,
if he
and
has
you've
to.
had some guys step up in the DBs, so hopefully it'll.
Yeah. Didn't step up completely today, although
No.
they were a lot better in the second half, but we'll get to that. Division rival, though, Green Bay Packers lose Tucker Kraft for probably the season with a torn ACL, and Matthew Golden, the shoulder injury.
Yeah, they drafted another wide receiver too with Matthew Golden. It seems he doesn't have
Yeah.
that alpha mentality, but you want him to continue to be on the field. You've already lost so many weapons throughout the year, and now you lose another one. And Tucker Kraft is maybe the best weapon that they have.
He is. I'm pretty sure
He's
was
tight end 1 in fantasy.
Yeah, tight end 1 in fantasy. Unfortunately for my boy Jake Ferguson, who he hasn't played today. He hasn't played yet.
And he had, 0 catches last
he
game?
He had 0 points last game, yeah. But I think Tucker Kraft was like second in Yak going
He
into
could
today
be.
or something. Like he's like extremely, extremely good after the catch. And I like what you said about they drafted another wide receiver too, because they just have all wide receiver 2s.
Yeah, they just don't have a wide receiver 1.
But is that they are drafting wide receiver 2s, or is that they don't have a quarterback who wants to just throw to one target all game?
I mean, I don't think that's the case. I think if you have an alpha target, you would throw it to the top guy, but they just don't have that to.
But when you
go
have
to.
5 like good targets and none of them end up being the alpha, the one constant is Jordan Love.
I mean, that's a fair point. I just don't know if any of them have the talent. If they go to a different team, are they going to be a wide receiver 1? No, I don't think so.
I think Reed and Watson could.
I don't know. I think Watson's more of just a deep threat. Romeo Doubs has been good for them.
He's been
He
good.
was their best today.
Yeah, he was their best today. But I will say when Jaden Reed was healthy last year, especially towards the end of the year, he was kind of that alpha.
Yeah, and early in the year
Yeah.
it was.
Was it early or late?
I think it was early in the year
It might
'cause
have
he
been
had
early.
the big game in Brazil
Right, correct. Yes, he was
before
their,
the Jordan Love injury.
Yeah, he was their alpha early, so sucks to not have. I mean, he's got to be coming back soon, right? He got hurt week 1, I think.
Yeah, and that was was it a rib injury?
Oh, let me see. This is the benefit of having organized notes this season. It was. Oh, maybe it wasn't week 1.
It was week 1.
No, it was week 2. Broke his collarbone.
Oh, it was his collarbone. I
So
knew
he
it was
should
something.
come back eventually from that. If Mike Evans is going to come back, he's definitely going to come back.
Yeah, it was 6 to 8 weeks from week 2, so we're in that
in that
timetable.
range, yeah. So like in 6 or 7 weeks from then,
Yeah, basically 6 or 7. yeah.
basically something like that. Yeah, but they're going to need him back, especially with Golden out. But we don't know how long Golden's going to be out. So but definitely with Tucker Kraft not being in the lineup anymore.
Yeah, and well, I mean, you can't say Tucker Kraft was the alpha,
Yeah, I would say
so
that.
you could say that was the main guy he was targeting.
Yeah, it was Tucker Kraft. Yeah, and their backup would be
Luke Musgrave,
Luke Musgrave. Yep, from Iowa.
tight end 2. So they're gonna have
Yeah.
all tight end 2s and wide receiver 2s.
Love that. Patriots lost a couple guys. They lost Kayshon Boutte to a hamstring injury and Christian Gonzalez to a head injury.
Yeah, now they're really guys you want to lose. Christian Gonzalez has been elite, and you already have a very limited weapons for Drake May, and now you lose another one.
Yep.
You're kind of down to Drake or Stephon Diggs and Pop Douglas. So
yeah, Stephon Diggs. I said weeks ago on TikTok that people should be trading for him in fantasy. Speaking of drafts, I just got reminded again in my head about that dynasty basketball draft we have tonight, a week into the season. But
yes,
have you? We'll get a little off topic. Have you done any mocks?
I haven't done any mocks, but I did a fantasy dynasty basketball draft last season, so I kind of know what to expect.
Okay, what's give me a quick rundown. Who's probably consensus top 3 to 5? Wemby, Luka.
Number 1, Kayshawn George.
Yeah.
The Wizards.
I might take him. Well, I'm gonna take him 1-2 after
I
trade
have no
for
idea
one
what
and
the
take
draft order
Keontae
for this
George.
draft is.
Oh, we also haven't done that too. All right,
The draft is in 3 hours, and we have no draft order.
Yep. Well, the league became a thing 48 hours ago in our defense. But all right, let's power through this so we can get that done then. Joe Alt, ankle injury, second injury I think for him this year, third maybe. Chargers need him desperately. We know that.
Yeah, their offensive line, it's going to be tough. It's definitely an ankle sprain, I think. I don't think he does a dislocated or a break.
Or a break?
I'm assuming it's a high ankle sprain.
Oh, I thought you said aura, he broke aura.
No, he did. I mean, when you get carted off, are you breaking aura? So, could maybe.
Yeah.
And they're saying that this is was it an ankle injury before? I think he might have re-aggravated an ankle sprain that he already had, which would be even worse.
All right, let's see.
And that could definitely lead to an IR stint.
I got a Control F Alt here.
Can you just use the Alt button, or do you have to actually type it in?
Yeah, I have to actually type it in.
That's bogus.
Oh, for some reason I don't have him on here as an injury. I know he got hurt though.
He definitely hurt his ankle early in the year. Yes, he hurt his ankle.
I flexed that I had the injuries written down.
Because he says believed to have another ankle sprain. So
great. That's not ideal if you're a Chargers fan, obviously.
And you've already lost Slater for the year, so now you're down both tackles.
Team in general is just completely banged up. Speaking of guys who are hurt every game, though, Puka.
Yes.
Again, chest injury.
Yeah, like you said.
You're welcome, by the way, for the Jameson Williams play.
I was starting Jameson Williams no matter what. Nice touchdown by him.
Yep. Beauty.
But Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
He's either, like you said, he's either hurt during the game or he's missing a game because he's hurt from the game before.
Yes, that's the story of it. But luckily for the Rams, they have another top 5 receiver.
With Devontae Adams.
So they're fine.
And they have Tutu Atwell, who's solid.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be perfectly fine. They
Good
still got blanking on the tight end's name that they've had for years.
Oh, Higbee?
Higbee, yes.
Yeah, and of course, and arguably a top 10 quarterback as well.
He's playing like a top 5 quarterback.
100%. Thank God for him being on waivers when Joe Burrow got hurt. Even though I think I've lost 4 in a row. Matthew Bergeron, ankle injury. Obviously not good for an offensive line that hasn't played extremely well this year, to be honest. But it's bad it's bad for Bijan, obviously. It's bad for Michael Penix. It's bad for an offense that's been struggling.
Yeah, and a team that's been struggling, really.
Yeah.
So that's never good.
After beating the Bills, it's just went straight downhill.
Went straight downhill. Could be the coaching, could be the players, but got to be better, and losing an offensive lineman just isn't going to help. So
does Justin Jefferson ever take the sunglasses off? I don't know. Last injury I have here, speaking of the Vikings, Aaron Jones Sr. Hurt his shoulder. He was playing really well in this game, too.
Second game back.
Yeah, it was his second game back. He wasn't really in it last game. This game, he was for sure RB1. He was getting receptions. He's I think going... Well, he's hurt now again, so that's a problem. But if he does play, when he's healthy, I think he's a good fantasy start. And I think J.J. McCarthy likes throwing to his running back, so that checks out. His running backs won him a national championship.
Yeah.
So I think if he's healthy, he's an insta start in fantasy. If he's not healthy, which he never is, you're back on the Aaron Jones train again.
Yeah. Just rough injury. They're going to have to go back to Jordan Mason.
Yep.
And as an Aaron Jones fantasy owner in a league that was basically a 0 RB league, not ideal.
Yeah, not ideal.
And not having Jordan Mason doesn't help. But
yeah,
J.J. McCarthy, he's loved his running backs his whole career and definitely checking down. So rough you go for Aaron Jones, but he is. That's what I was looking. I wanted to see if he's 30 or if he's. I think he's over 30 now.
I think he's probably about 30. I'm gonna say 31.
He's exactly 30. So that's what I had thought.
Getting up there.
He's definitely getting, especially for a running back. The only other, well, I did just watch Raheem Mostert play some football, so
That is
another
true.
guy who's over 30.
But I mean, and another guy who'd just been injured his whole career.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Jones, like he was young in the league and getting hurt often. Now it's like you're 30. It's just gonna get worse. It's not gonna get any better. But okay, that's it for injuries here. You can start us here.
Raheem Mostert's 33.
That's
Jeez.
crazy. Thursday Night Football. The Ravens are back. They win 28-6 over the Dolphins.
The Ravens are very much back. Their quarterback is back, and that is the most important thing. Lamar Jackson, 4 touchdowns, no picks in this game. Played pretty much flawless. Derrick Henry runs the ball very well, 120 yards on the ground for him. Lamar didn't really run the ball too much, just kind of did what he had to do, and they killed the Dolphins. Wasn't really much of a game.
It was early.
What do you mean?
Like, it was a game early. The first couple quarters
yeah.
were close. First half was close.
I think it was 14-3 at halftime.
Yeah. Was it?
Or 14-6 at halftime. 14-6.
Yeah. I think it
2
was
field
14-6,
goals.
yeah. Because it was like 7-6 at one point, or 6-7.
Something like that. But Tua,
something like that.
Then this offense still struggling. Waddle has a solid game, but roster management isn't great. And they, after the game, I believe it was Friday, fired their general manager, Chris Greer.
Yep.
So we'll have a new general manager. Hopefully they fire Mike McDaniel and completely reset.
I assume that will be what happens.
It has to be, right?
Unless they bring in one of McDaniel's boys or something.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't. Is it weird I still kind of like Mike McDaniel? Like, I still think
you can like him.
Coach.
I just don't think he's a good head coach.
I think he's a really good offensive coordinator.
Yes, I think that's...
And I think a team's going to get a guy that draws up plays really, really well. Maybe the Lions should go get him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think he's got to... I think he will be fired by the end of the year. I think he could be fired before the end of the year.
Well, they said they're not firing him during the season, I guess.
They said that?
I believe so.
Didn't the Bears say that about Eberflus?
Yeah. Or, well, I don't know if the Bears said it, but that's like it was never been done.
Yeah. But it finally was done. I don't have a ton to say about this game in general. We said it last week. The Ravens' schedule is so easy from here on out. Now that they have Lamar back, it's going to be smooth sailing for them. They're easily going to make the playoffs. They'll probably win this division.
Yes, they have said that they don't believe he'll be fired, and that's something dramatically changed. He won't be fired.
What if they lose every game?
Would that be a good thing though? If he's your head coach at this point, you want to lose every game. You're not going to make the playoffs.
I know. I do agree with that, but also it's like, what do you do? You still have a decision to make, like with your quarterback. There also isn't it would be pretty crazy to me to see Miami get a top 3 pick and take a quarterback this year. That would shock me.
I mean, they are paying Tua so much, but yeah.
It's that Tua also has shown flashes that he isn't bad, and this is a weak quarterback class.
It is.
What are you going
to
to take
from Mendoza or Sellers? Or
Nussmeier or
yeah,
Nussmeier maybe. But if you have Tua on your team and you use the number 3 pick on Mendoza, that's a giant mistake in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm not sold on Mendoza, but we'll have to see. The probabilities for the playoffs have changed a little bit though from last week, especially for the Ravens. They're actually down 1% to 50%.
What? Is maybe because the Steelers won?
I believe it's because the Jags won, the Chargers won, and the Steelers won.
Okay, so it was nothing with theirs.
And the Chiefs with the loss stay on the outside looking in at 5-4. 67% chance for them though.
Good to know. Good to know.
Meanwhile, the Jags at 55.
Steelers at 61. Stand out there to you?
Steelers at 61. NFC, like I said last week, the NFC I feel like it's just set.
It's set.
Everybody that's in the playoffs right now in the NFC has according to I think the NFL uses like Amazon.
No, it's
what is it?
Or no, it is Amazon. It's Next Gen Stats.
Next Gen Stats presented by like
Amazon Prime or something like that. Yeah.
But every team above it is 74% and up. So the Lions are the lowest at 74%.
Wow.
And then the first team out is the 8 seed Bears at 29% at 5-3. So
would the Lions be the 7 seed today?
As of right now, yes.
Wow. That's crazy.
Be the 7 seed going into Tampa. You think well.
What?
I'm not saying anything.
What was that?
I mean, I think the Lions beat Tampa.
No, I wasn't saying they are. I was just gulping in nervousness.
Of being a 7
seed?
seed?
Being a 7 seed.
I thought you were gulping in I'm not worried about.
Oh, no. am a little worried for sure. I'm for sure a little worried.
You get to talk about the Lions today, though, for the first time in a month.
I don't know if I want to today.
Yeah,
To be
they
completely
pay
honest.
what? How many games did they go 3-0 while we didn't talk about them? Or
I don't think of no. They lost. I didn't get to talk about the Chiefs. Thank God. It was because it was Chiefs by this one, and the one before that I didn't get. Or no, sorry, I didn't get to talk about them beating the Bucks
yeah,
2 weeks ago because that was Monday Night
so
Football.
what? 1-1.
1-1.
Okay, so not too bad.
Not too bad, but I think overall, have I gotten to talk about the Lions after a win? The Browns game.
Yeah,
And the
what a
Bengals.
win!
And the Bengals. And
Two
the Bengals.
massive wins.
Yeah. Too. But speaking of the no, sorry, we gotta do next week's matchups here. Ravens are going into Minnesota to play the Vikings. That's gonna be a hell of a game.
Yeah, with Minnesota looking a little bit better, I'm still gonna easily go with the Ravens. Lamar should get back his dominance against the NFC, and I hope. So I got the Ravens.
I'm gonna take the Vikings at home.
Wow.
I'm gonna take the Vikings at
Over
home.
Lamar and the Ravens.
Yeah.
So you're eliminating Lamar and the Ravens from the playoffs, basically.
Are they eliminated if they lose this game?
They pretty much have to win out. Otherwise, they'd have to get in with 9 wins.
How many losses do they have?
They have 5 losses right now. That
No,
would give
they have
them
2
6.
more before they'd have to. There's
Well, if they would
17
lose
games.
next week, they'd be at 6 losses, and I'm saying they'd have to win out probably to make the playoffs.
Oh, because but they could lose one more and still be in at 10-7. Then.
Yeah, I'm thinking of 9 and 7. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's 17 games.
It throws me every time I see a team at 1-5. I just think of the Colts coming back from 1-5, and we only had 1 loss to finish
Yeah.
at 10-6.
Yes.
I forgot we're not a 4. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately for you,
Yeah, I guess.
but no, I'm actually switching. I'm going to the Ravens.
Oh, let's go.
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
And then Dolphins, Bills. Obviously the Bills.
Yeah, Bills.
Moving on here to Bears, Bengals. Bears 47, Bengals 42. This game was obviously insane towards the end.
And
Boring
probably game of the week.
Maybe no, not close to game of the week.
Yeah, game of the week.
Nah, I think I could pick 2 or 3 that are higher.
There's no chance.
I would take the Broncos, Texans,
No, absolutely not.
Jaguars, Raiders.
Absolutely. I can't even tell if this is bias or what.
How is this? The game sucked until the end.
I mean,
It was
it was a
bad.
high-scoring game the whole game.
Yeah, but
Points left and right.
The Bears
15 points in the last 49 seconds for the
Well, the end was
Bengals,
great.
and then the Bears get a. I mean, that's probably what you don't like is the Bears getting a 70-yard touchdown to win it, or 60.
Was it 60? I thought it was like 40.
No, it was more than that. He was on the other side of the 50.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind then. But I thought it was fun to watch at the end. For the Bears, they didn't have Swift. Monongai was fantastic for
Great.
them though. He was just running north south. That was like my dad's main take from the game is like this guy. I like this guy. He runs north south. He doesn't go east west. It's like he just runs through them, and he did. The Bears defense is still basically my notes are early in this game where the Bears defense is still sus, but they're gonna win this game, and then just 14 points in 49 seconds. You don't see that anymore because of the rarity of the onside kick. But now, like when you get one, it's like, oh,
Well, it was 15 because I believe they did your 2 for 1 in your favor.
correct. Where you're right, it was 15 points. Because what I was gonna say, there's nothing worse than doing that, being right, going for 2, and then getting up 1 and still losing the game
Yeah.
because the other team has more time with the ball. There's nothing worse than that. But I was really happy to see it.
That was my thought while it was going on. I think they scored too fast. Like
Yeah,
they
they
made the
did.
Bears use their timeouts, but you still scored too fast.
Yeah, unfortunately, can't give Caleb the ball.
No.
No.
I mean,
but-
Caleb Williams didn't. I mean, he was good in this game. Probably his best game of the year, maybe. But when you get 176 rushing yards from your running back, I hope you have a good game passing the ball.
No, I agree. And there's something I have to admit about the Bears.
Uh-oh.
My hatred for the Bears is not burning this year like it usually burns. Like I don't hate them that much. I kind of like Caleb. Ben Johnson, it's even though I'm mad at what he did, it's hard for me to forget the memories.
He betrayed you.
It's hard for me to forget the memories though. And like they haven't beaten us in so long. And it was kind of getting that way for the Vikings, but now after losing to the Vikings, my hatred for the Vikings is back because I think the Lions had won 5 straight against them up until today. And I'm losing my fire a little bit for them.
I think maybe you got to go and sit around Bears fans a little bit more.
I think that might be it too. Is I just haven't really been hanging around Bears fans that much. Like in high school, in middle school, like everybody's Bears fans. So I constantly had it, and I hated him so much because of that. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Yonkman's not here.
Yeah.
like there's nobody for me to get mad at. But granted, if the Bears were if I genuinely thought they were a good team, maybe I would hate them more. But
So you just don't think they're good.
I don't think they're as good as the record
I think
says.
they're pretty much. I think they're just a little bit better than last year. Is how I view
Yes.
them.
And
They're
they
a little
were
bit better offensively. When you put up 47 points, it's going to happen.
against
And
the
your
Bengals.
defense maybe is worse than last year. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it might be worse than last year. But no, I'm with you. I think they're slightly better than last year. What's their record? 5-3?
They're 5-3. I think last year they were 4-4. So
Yeah, because they started 4-2 last year
Yes.
and then lost 8 straight. I don't think they're a 5-3 team to me, personally.
I think they're a 4-4 team.
I think they're more like a 4-4 team. I do. I agree. I think that's about where they are, and maybe that's why I don't hate them as much. I don't fear them.
They did get finally a big game from Colson Lovin. Cole Kmet goes down with an injury.
Yep. Oh, we forgot to mention
And
him.
Colson Lovin, 6 catches, 118 yards, and obviously the big touchdown, but he had another one earlier in the game, so 2 touchdowns there. Good game for him. Nice to see them finally get the ball to a first-round pick, a guy you drafted really early.
Yep.
But, yeah, the defense for the Bears was not good at the end. They had good moments. Tremaine Edmonds had a beautiful interceptions. They had some stops.
I got called back after a 97. That pick 6, if that didn't get called back and put them at the 2, they would have been up 3 touchdowns.
They would have been.
But
instead, Joe Flacco throws for 470 yards on him.
Yeah, career
4
high.
touchdowns, 2 picks.
Career
Crazy.
high passing yards for Joe Flacco at 40.
They're saying, is Joe Burrow just a Bengals offense merchant?
Some are saying.
Some
Jake
are
Browning didn't play well, though.
saying. Jake Browning was not.
No. God, no.
I still think Joe Burrow's a top 3 quarterback, but or top 5.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say top 3.
So I'm taking the 3 main guys first, but I'll put him top 5.
Wait, 3 main guys.
Lamar,
Oh, Lamar Allen.
Josh Allen, Mahomes.
Yeah. For some reason, Lamar was still hurt in my mind. All right, Bears next week. Giants at home.
Bears should win that game.
They should.
I got the Bears.
I'm gonna take the Giants on the road.
There you go.
I take the Giants on the road.
Giants are due.
They are due. And they had moments today. And Bengals are on bye.
Oh,
So good for them.
good for them.
All right, we'll move on next here. Vikings 27, Lions 24. Lions struggled in this game on both ends. Just did not play good football. Mediocre offense and bad defense in the first half. Mediocre defense and bad offense in the second half. I wouldn't even say mediocre. They played well in the second half defensively. It was just special teams, just letting them get big punt returns, big kick returns. On offense, whenever we'd have a turnover or we just wouldn't get it on 4th down or had to punt it, and then they get a big return on it. The special teams and the offense were just putting the defense in such tough spots, especially in that second half, and made them look so much worse than they were. They also made J.J. McCarthy look really good, which hurts. I did not have that penciled in when evaluating this game, that J.J. McCarthy would look good.
Yeah.
He did look good. He was airing the ball out to multiple different targets, too. This was Lions had 3 straight 3-and-outs in this game. That was the first time they've had that since 2023 at all, ever. So that is a rare misstep for the Lions. Another rare misstep. They're, I believe, the 4th least penalized team in the NFL going into this week, and they had the most penalties they've had all season today by multiple. They continually just kept shooting themselves in the foot. Obviously, the offensive line and secondary injuries didn't help, but guys were coming back in and going back out and coming back in. So, guys were there. You have to play better than they did today. Didn't love the play calling from Morton. Haven't loved the play calling in a few weeks. I was completely bought in early on it. It looked fine. The offense was buzzing early, best offense in the league. I still think they're probably top 2 or 3 in points scored. Maybe not because they have the bye now, but some teams haven't. But still, the play calling has not been good the past couple weeks. I like that they got J-Mo more involved. He needed to be more involved. Amon-Ra also got hurt in this game, but he came back. But despite all of that going wrong that I just said, the Lions lose this game by 3 points. So, it is what it is. We could have lost to the Panthers at home.
Yeah, you could have, but Vikings really just J.J. McCarthy came out hot, 2 touchdowns early, and that was kind of after that they just coasted a little bit. He only finishes with 143 passing yards, so not too much, but they ran the ball well, and they're able to put up 27 points, so that's all they needed to do. Lions struggled to run the ball. Offensive line injuries maybe contributed to that, and Goff has an okay day, but like you said, Jameson Williams, he was finally involved during the week. John Morton, I believe, said I fouled him.
Yep.
so far, and he
Failed a
finally gets
lot.
a chance. So
Laporte had a big game, though.
and Laporta has a massive game.
He had like 70 yards and a
97.
touchdown on the first drive.
Yeah, 97 or on the first drive, but yeah, 97 yards total, a touchdown for him.
Yep.
Amon-Ra just does Amon-Ra things, and the Monty fumble just hurt the Lions there. And
Yeah, I mean, that was it. That's the game. Well, that and Lions also had a field goal that got blocked right before they scored the touchdown to go down 3. So, I mean, it's pretty easy math there if you see the final score and you see how that went. But that just keeps contributing to what I said. Special teams and offense just put the defense in bad spots. So, I'm not mad at the – I thought in the first half I was like, oh, this is going to be the day where I have to come on here and trash the defense because the Lions – I mean, I can't think of a game where I've had to trash the defense at all this year. Chiefs, it was an offensive issue. And the Packers, it was an offensive issue. The defense wasn't great in that game either, but the offense was the issue. I thought this was going to be the game where I had to trash the defense. I'm not going to. The defense was better than the offense today. There's no question about it.
Yeah, and the Lions' offense, though, is still top 3 in total scoring. So
I
there you
figured,
go.
even with the bye.
Just above the Patriots by 2 points.
And who's the 2 above them?
The Colts are first at 290, Cowboys second at 246, and then you're at 239.
Have the Cowboys or the Colts had buys yet?
The Colts have not. The Cowboys have they?
I'm looking.
I feel like the Cowboys have had a bye, but I could be wrong.
Nope, they did not yet. It's week 10 for them. So, Lions are the highest of every team that's played the amount of games they have.
Yeah, 8 games. So, yeah.
Which means they'd probably lead in per game, I'd assume.
Points per game, they are 3rd.
Still under the Colts and the Cowboys?
Yes.
Wow, okay. So, I guess the games don't even matter. All right, Vikings next week. We already talked about it. They have the Ravens. Lions go into Washington to play the Commanders, who do have Jaden Daniels tonight, but he has to play a football game, so there's a good chance they won't have him.
Yeah, he could still get hurt easily.
So I'm still gonna take the Lions. They don't lose 2 straight. They just don't.
Knock on wood, but
They
I'm
don't
gonna go
lose
with
2 straight.
I'm gonna go with the Lions as well.
Yep. All right.
I mean, it's a revenge game, so
It is a revenge game. And we've seen in the past, whether it was the Niners or the Cowboys, the Lions tend to get up for those. I'm sure Dan Campbell will be talking about last year in the locker room for sure. Take us to Panthers 16, Packers 13. The Panthers do it.
Yeah, somehow they do it. And, well, you know what? I'm not even going to say somehow. We know why they did it. We clamored for it last week. They gave the ball to Rico Dowdle.
1,000% they did.
25 carries, a lot of carries for him.
Yeah.
Does get 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's back in the running for the rushing leader now.
Yeah, seriously.
Only about 3 games started.
Yep.
So good for him. But the Panthers upset the Packers. Packers offense has just been, at points, it'll look like one of the best offenses in the league. And statistically, they have all the numbers. And then there's games like this where it's underwhelming. Not much going on. I mean, you only get sacked 1 time for Jordan Love. Throws for 273 yards. You get 100-plus yards on the ground, and you put up 13 points.
I have the number right here. How many times do you think they punted today?
3.
0.
Oh, it's 0?
They didn't punt a single time and only put up 13 points. Fumble, field goal, missed field goal, interception, turnover on downs, touchdown was their drives.
You got to score the ball.
Yeah.
You got to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah. I mean, obviously another situation here. You make the field goal you missed, and you at least tie. So
And McManus has been struggling a lot recently. His last 5 games, he's went 2 for 3, 1 for 2, 2 for 2, 2 for 4, 2 for 3. So
we have to give multiple people credit for the Dowdle thing. One, Dave Canales. It's hard to bench your captain. And I'm being dead serious. Like,
I agree.
It's hard to bench your captain. It's a tough decision to make. But he did it because Dowdle so well. And credit to Chuba Hubbard, because from what we've seen, it doesn't look like he's like pissed off or anything about it. Like that's a situation where you have to understand.
Yeah, I think you got to watch the other guy just running out there and dominating the football game. You got to be like, yeah, okay.
He's like, okay, he's putting up historic numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And the Panthers, this is a perfect spot for them, especially against a team like the Packers, who's done this for their entire history, where they will not play well in a game against a bad team. The bad team leads for most of the game, and then the Packers score late, start to put them on the ropes a little bit, then that bad team collapses, the Packers win, especially at home. They had that basically almost happened here. The Panthers were winning this game. The Packers come back late to tie it with a touchdown, and this is the easiest spot for Carolina to blow this. And what do? They don't let Jordan Love touch the football again.
Yeah, and the Packers were wearing the old-fashioned jerseys. When do they ever lose in those?
Always, right? Don't they
always?
I thought they historically suck in those.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think these were new ones though. The helmet was
I hated
I
it.
didn't
I
yeah.
hated the helmet.
I thought it was kind of cool, but it was just odd.
It didn't look good. Especially because like that color scheme just sucks.
No, it's not a good color scheme.
Like the navy blue and brown or whatever.
Is it better than the Steelers throwbacks?
Yes. Or no, sorry, no, it's not. Steelers are better.
You think so?
100%.
I don't know.
You don't like the bumblebees?
I'm not a big fan of the bumblebees.
Fair enough. And I think the Packers in general have just been sus against like mid competition all year.
They have been. They have not really dominated mid competition. They've done
Browns,
good against the top
Bengals.
teams, but
Yeah, exactly. Panthers next week, they play the Saints. They'll probably win that. The Panthers are currently 5-4, I believe, or 5-3.
5-4.
They match their win total from last year.
And does that that'll put them above the Falcons, I believe. So
Should, yeah.
man,
They're a great team.
They do exactly what I need them to do every year.
And I do think they will beat the Saints at home.
I do as well.
Then the Packers are at home on Monday Night Football versus the defending champs. It's a phenomenal game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Packers to get it.
I'm gonna take the Packers as well. Okay. Next game here. Chargers 27, Titans 20. This is a very odd game. Also, don't really have much to say about this game.
Yeah, it starts off with a Herbert pick six.
Yeah, it starts out with a
Just
Herbert pick six. Yep.
all over the place. He's been turning the ball over a lot more this year than he did last year. Last year, I think he only had 4 or 5 interceptions.
Yeah, something like that.
And now this year, he's been turning the ball over a lot more. He's still having a great season, but 18 touchdowns, 8 interceptions through 9 weeks. He does lead the NFL in passing yards, though, so that's a
Huge.
good thing for the Chargers. They're missing their top running back, and they didn't really run the ball well at all in this game. Kimani Vidal, who's really stepped up, was quiet. Jarrett Patterson, who was the backup, didn't have a great game, but the legend of Oronde Gadsden lives on.
The legend lives on. This is just a weird game for them offensively in general. Like Vidal struggled after being really, really good. Herbert leads them in rushing yards. What? How many did he have?
57.
Yeah, which on a lot of attempts too, right?
9, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And the ball a lot.
way too many. Way too many for Justin Herbert. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, the 4 main passing targets in this game, that being the 3 receivers, QJ, Ladd, Keenan, and then Gadsden. None of the 4 went off, and none of the 4 were bad. They were all between like 40 and 70 receiving yards, which is ideal. It's just strange. You don't like. There's always usually an alpha. We talked about alphas. There's usually an alpha in a game. There wasn't an alpha in this game.
There was not. And that, I mean, I guess we're not talking about the Colts yet, but the Colts did not have a 100-yard receiver up until this week at all.
Had it written down, and they had 2 this week. Because I had it written down when Pittman got it, and then I put another note. Now they have 2. Alec Pierce.
But Oronde Gadsden has kind of came out of nowhere and is a monster. For the Titans, Cam Ward, solid today still, 12 for 21, not great,
No,
145
not
yards. But, yeah, going against a good defense, still got to be a little bit better. And I don't think a team has fired their coach and then been that much worse.
Yeah, it's bad. This is the first time I'm going to trash Cam Ward, I think, on here. He was bad in this game. He's been bad. Despite the team scoring 20, it had nothing to do with him. The Titans' first 14 points came off defense and special teams. Ward had a completion percentage of 53 or something, which is Anthony Richardson numbers, 145 yards. The Titans competed again in the game as a team, but they couldn't hold on for the win. I think they are a lot better against the spread this year than they were last year, though.
Yeah, last year they were very, very bad.
Yeah, they were bad and bad overall, which is rare. Usually, if you're bad overall, you're at least average against the spread. Like that's just how it's supposed to work. Let's see, what's their against the spread record here?
Yeah, and he had a couple of really bad underthrows. Ward completed 9 of his 11 passes, thrown under 10 air yards for 80 yards, while completing only 3 of 10 for 65 yards on passes, 10-plus yards downfield. It's not ideal.
Not ideal.
He's got to be better. And like I said last week, I think there is going to be a quarterback battle next year.
There very well might be. They are actually not that good against the spread. They're 3-6. You want to guess who the best team against the spread is?
I'm going to guess I want to say the Colts, but I don't think it is. I'll go with the Patriots.
It's the Rams. Patriots are high, though. They're 4th. If there's a couple shocking ones on here. Green Bay ain't good. 3-5 against the spread.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me. Seattle good?
They are the second best. They're 5-2.
Yeah.
And then nothing else is really that shocking. Buffalo's mid. Miami isn't bad either. They've been
Panthers good.
Panthers, I think they're 4th or 5th. 5th, they're 5th, 6-3. Yeah.
Yeah, so
They've been fantastic. But where are we at? We got a Titans bye next week, and then the Chargers are at home against the Steelers on Sunday Night Football.
it's a great game. I'm gonna go with the Steelers.
I am going to go with the Chargers at home. Okay.
It's gonna be a lot. It's not really gonna be a home game for them. It's going to be a home game in theory, but I think the steel curtain's gonna take over.
The steel curtain will take over. I think. I do think
The travel.
the travel, yes, but I think the Chargers are a more well-rounded team
Yeah, fair enough.
than the Steelers. I worry about the Steelers defense, although they look good today. All right, take us into Patriots 24, Falcons 23.
Yeah, Patriots got off to a very good starting. They were up 21-7 at a point, and after that, the offense kind of fell apart. Falcons' defensive line has one of their best days in a while. They got 6 sacks on Drake May,
I can't remember the last time they had that.
which is, shocking. And we finally get to see Trayvon Henderson get a bulk of the carries while he should have got more with Ramondre Stevenson not playing. Obviously, weeks ago, Antonio Gibson was out for the season, but Terrell Jennings comes out of nowhere. I believe an undrafted player from, what was it, Florida A&M, comes in and gets 11 carries, 35 yards, and a touchdown. So good for him. But Trayvon Henderson does have a solid day, and Drake May was good enough in this game. I felt like he left a little bit more out there than he could have. 259 yards, 2 touchdowns. Got the ball to Douglas, Diggs, his top guys, and they get the win, and that's what they need to do. They're sitting at 7-2 now, and this was one of the games for them that was maybe one of the harder games left on their schedule because it's just that easy.
It is. It's literally one of the hardest games left on their schedule. And they should have, like you said, I think they left a lot on the bone as well. They started out really well in this game, and they kind of just took their feet off the gas. 6 wins in a row, like you said. Atlanta's offense was just completely lost in the first half, which, to be frank, they've been lost for a lot of the season, to be completely honest. But they were lost in the first half. They got it back a little bit in the second, but the Pats were just in control. It never once, even when it got close at the end, felt like they were going to lose this game. They were always in control. And, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to keep beating the same drum I've been beating for the past couple weeks. They're going to win this division. I know the Bills just beat the Chiefs, but they're going to win this division.
Yeah.
And I think they're better than the Bills.
I don't think they're better than the Bills.
And neither do I.
You just said it.
Yeah, I know. I changed my mind quick.
But their hard games left on the schedule is Tampa Bay next week, and then they got Jets, Bengals, Giants. Then they have their final 2 hard games in the Bills and the Ravens, and then Jets, Dolphins. So,
yeah.
They might only have 2 more losses on there if they can just continue to beat up on the easy teams.
And they're going to. They might lose one of them, but
yeah.
I mean, if they lose one of them and they lose both of the other ones, which they probably won't lose both of the other ones. They'll probably beat the Ravens or the Bills, I'd assume. But even if they don't, they still leave with 5 losses, right? 11-5.
Yeah, I think they lose both those games. I just think I don't see them sweeping the Bills in a season, and I don't see I think the Ravens are just going to be on
It's
fire
in
at
New
that
England,
point.
though, right?
Yeah, but I still don't see them sweeping the Bills.
We'll see. We'll have to see.
And then the other side, though, the Falcons, just a disappointing season already. 3-5, easily in 3rd place. Definitely not making the playoffs at this point. Penix has a solid game. Don't run the ball well at all, though, and you're playing from behind, so you're going to get the passing yards. And at least Drake London was very good in this game.
Yeah, and he, of course, scored.
Scored 3 times.
Oh, he scored 3 times?
Yeah, 9 catches, 118 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, I didn't know
him.
he had 3. I knew he had the 1. I didn't know he had 3. Wow.
He has a massive game, but
yeah,
it's your season's kind of cooked at this point, and I wrote in my notes that I think it's time for Raheem Morris to go.
Yeah, I think it might be as well.
Because it's either the coaching or the roster.
Did I pick the Falcons last week?
I don't remember.
I think I did, right? I picked a team I maybe shouldn't have picked, I thought. Or like I went and I reached again. I can't remember. Let me see. Josh knockout week 8. Yeah, I picked the Falcons last week.
Good pick.
Yeah. And the Jags did win, unfortunately, but we're still in a good spot there. But the Falcons going to Indy next week. Colts will
Well,
win that.
They're going to Berlin.
They're going to Berlin next week.
Yes, and I'm gonna have to go with the Colts.
Going to go with the Colts as well.
Or is it? Yeah, it's Berlin. It's Berlin. The other one's in Munich.
And then the Pats going to Tampa.
Yeah, that's.
Tampa coming off a bye.
I think I'm gonna go with. I think the Pats are due for a loss. I'm gonna go Tampa.
I am as well. Okay. Next game here. 49ers 34, Giants 24. Mac Jones has just been pretty good, man.
Yeah.
He's been stellar. He was stellar today. 5 incompletions. How many yards did he finish with? I don't know.
As a Brock Purdy truther, it hates just he looks like Brock Purdy.
Yeah. Which
He finished with 235 and 2. Brock Purdy asks stat line right there.
Where you at, Brock Purdy? Where are you at?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been really, really good. CMC obviously leads the team in rushing and receiving. How many games he done that this year?
A lot, I
Yeah.
think.
Go ahead.
We're getting to a point where Jonathan Taylor finally has a bad week, but the offensive player of the year race is very, very much alive between
JT and CMC.
JT, CMC. We'll see what JSN does
JSN,
tonight.
yeah.
It's going to be a battle,
I
and
can see
hate having a bad game in this battle. But yeah, Christian McCaffrey was fantastic. 100+ yards on the ground, gets a touchdown there, and then 60+ yards, 67 receiving yards and a touchdown.
Yep,
So
very good from him. Dart was
stellar.
Dart was pretty good in this game. Also, speaking of fantasy, he's been a really good fantasy quarterback.
I picked him up in one of my leagues, actually.
You've been starting him?
Yes.
Yeah, worth it for sure.
With Kyler Murray out, I've been starting him.
Also, I was gonna say this is the perfect time of the year to bet against Kyler Murray. Remember, he always falls off after October or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, he's just not
And
playing.
now he's not playing, so you can't even bet against him. Dart was really good, like I said, but he looked out there like he had to, he looked like he was playing like he had to do it all, and unfortunately, it was because he kind of had to do it all, and that's never a spot you want your rookie quarterback to be in ever. That's a spot where injuries happen. And I hope that does not happen to him.
Yes, he finishes with 27.24 fantasy points.
That's fantastic.
Which is very good. And I couldn't agree more. That's pretty much what I put down in my notes. He's doesn't have much of a surrounding cast with everybody that's hurt in this offense. And he's trying to do everything. And you just don't want him to get hurt at this point. With their season pretty much over, you just want him to get learning experience.
Exactly. He fed Wandale a little bit today, though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good.
Wandale finishes with a classic Wandale stat line.
Yeah, 9 catches for 60-something yards?
No, 9 catches, 40 yards.
40 yards. There you go. Yeah,
46.
Checks out.
And Theo Johnson, terrible drop. He's just not a great tight end.
Yeah,
and
not good.
A lot of the Giants players, I wish they would have it on here how many drops they had total.
That should be a basic stat.
Yes.
Easily.
You should be easy to view if you have drops because it's just something that's.
It's so bad. It's just such a
It's
bad
one of the things that you notice most when you're watching a football game.
It's not
he dropped it.
circumstantial. Yeah, exactly. And then both teams just kind of traded touchdowns in the fourth at the end of this game, but the Niners had solid control in the third.
Yeah,
and it didn't feel to me like the Giants were making a comeback.
No, I never really thought they were. And I wrote in my notes: is there a quarterback controversy at all with Mac Jones versus Brock Purdy? Or
yeah,
you think there is?
100%.
It's so hard.
They're like 6-3, right?
Yeah, it's just so hard with the amount of money you're paying Brock Purdy to.
Yeah,
no one's gonna take it. The contract.
No, hell no. Why would anybody take it? I'm saying I think there should be. They probably will just play Purdy when he comes back.
Yeah,
they're not gonna bench Purdy for Mac Jones. I don't think.
That's what you would think, but I mean, when you're winning football games, we've seen teams go away from the quarterback that's winning them games and struggle.
I mean, this is like the ultimate revenge for Mac Jones. If he comes in for Purdy against this Niners for this Niners team that passed on him for Trey Lance, plays great, Purdy comes back and sucks, and it's like, you guys need me now, huh?
And now that I really think about it, is Mac Jones just Jimmy Garoppolo regen?
Maybe. They're all the same.
Patriots quarterback that
Yep.
left goes to San Francisco.
They're all the same, bro. They're all the same.
The illusion of choice.
Yep. All right. Niners next week. They got the Rams in what's going to be a phenomenal game in San Francisco. Next week might be loaded.
Yeah,
on the schedule. I'm going to take the Rams.
I'm going Rams as well. I think the Niners won the first matchup.
Yes.
So I think they split.
Yeah, and the Rams sneaky, maybe the best team in football.
Yeah, I think the Rams are just better than them.
Okay, penultimate game of the early slate. Steelers 27, Colts 20. Take us away.
Yeah, the Colts going into this game, the storyline was that the Colts are playing a bad defense. They should put up numbers as a top offense, and the Steelers defense flat out came and played and dominated the game, specifically in the trenches. Their defensive line was better than the Colts offensive line. For some reason, Cam Hayward owns Quentin Nelson. Don't know what that's all about, but it's just like the one player that consistently is able to beat him. The Colts tackles have been fantastic all season. They were dominated by Highsmith and TJ Watt all game. TJ Watt gets a strip sack. Highsmith, I believe, got an interception in this game, and he dropped back in coverage. He didn't, but it must have been a pass breakup or a deflection or something. But Joey Porter Jr. gets a pick. Jack Sawyer, Peyton Wilson. Daniel Jones, I believe, had 3 turnovers all season leading up to this game. And in this game, I think he had 5 total with 2 fumbles, 3 interceptions. Not his brightest game. But the Colts aren't going to win many games where they have to throw it 50 times. So
Yeah.
that's my main takeaway. JT wasn't much of a factor, only 45 yards on the ground for him. And then the stat where the Colts have yet to have a 100-yard receiver. This season, It's been a lot of just spread the ball out. They finally get that, and they get it with 2 guys, and they lose and have definitely their worst offensive game of the year. So
I want to talk about this game, but I just had something come over me. I don't even have an option of a late round draft pick that I want to take in this draft. I don't know if there's a sleeper player that no one knows of. That's really I need to do some research between now. The pod might go out a day later. It might have to. But yeah, you can cover your ears for what I'm about to say.
Yeah, you're gonna say we're frauds?
No, God, no. I would never do such a thing. There were moments in this game where I looked at Daniel Jones and I blinked and I saw the Giants jersey. There were moments.
I mean, I agree.
The fumble.
I agree. The fumble was just a great play by TJ Watt, though.
Yeah, no, 100%. But that is what he would do.
Yes.
In New York. Obviously, he throws 3 picks in this game.
Really was the offensive line playing bad.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. And I almost meant he physically, looking at him on the sidelines, he looked like Daniel Jones on the Giants. He has a different look to him on the Colts. He has aura on the Colts.
A little bit.
He didn't have aura on the Giants. And there was moments today where he kind of felt like he didn't have aura.
Well, the issue is he had aura at the start of his stint with the Giants, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then it fell off.
Yes.
Now, we just got to hope, as a Colts fan, that doesn't happen again.
Yes. And I don't think it will. I'm not worried about the Colts at all. They got down too much. They couldn't play through JT. He obviously only has 40-something yards today. Mm-hmm. Rodgers was okay, but his defense just did enough. He didn't have to be great in this game. Like you said, they won against the Colts in the trenches. But regardless of how the Steelers defense has played this year, this was always going to be a tough game going into Pittsburgh, playing a Steelers team that's coming off of a tough loss against the Packers on Sunday Night Football. Mike Tomlin off a loss. Colts had to lose eventually. They weren't going to go 16-1.
And the thing that scares me the most about this Colts team now is they're 5-0 at home, 2-2 on the road. So a lot better at home than they are on the road, and especially going outside. I will say
you get the 1 seed, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a fact. But I should have thought of this beforehand, but the Colts are just bad against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Notoriously very, very bad. I wish I had the exact number, but
I can try to find it if you want to keep talking.
They're just basically, I think they have 1 win since 2000. It's basically they don't play as much as they do in Jacksonville, where you play Jacksonville twice a year. But in Jacksonville, their Colts are unable to ever win. And the Colts beat the Steelers at home last year. I think they beat them the year before as well, but this game, not the case. Daniel Jones struggles. And then for the Steelers, best game of the defense this year, they had their 2005 Super Bowl celebration. That was maybe part of what had the defense going and the offense going. Joey Porter Jr. makes a great play for an interception with his dad watching. And then I believe it was the Peyton Wilson interception was just a terrible play by Daniel Jones. Just didn't see him at all and threw a bad interception that set the Steelers up for a touchdown. So
I have the statistics up here. The Colts have played in Pittsburgh 20 times in their franchise history. How many wins do they have?
4.
2.
2, yeah. So
1 in 2008 where they won 24-20, and 1 in 1968 when they were the Baltimore Colts. So technically the Indianapolis Colts are.
And the 1 win was that the year after the Super Bowl, and they were 15-0. So
yep. So that's where that came from. So yes, you are correct. They suck in Pittsburgh.
Very, very bad.
So there you go. Another excuse for you.
And the Josh Downs punt fumble was just a ridiculously stupid play by Josh Downs with their main punt returner out of the game.
Yep.
Josh Down goes back there and
Takes off the chest, right?
takes off the chest. And honestly, I was thinking this while watching it live. I'm like, that should have been a touchdown. I don't know if you saw the play.
I did see it, but I don't know what do you mean? What happened?
Because Josh Downs went to get the ball. The ball hits the ground, hits Josh Downs in the test and bounce back. And he was like stumbling and falls. And the Steelers guy just picks up the ball basically in full stride and runs. But with a muffed punt, it automatically goes down to where the muffed punt was. And live, I was like, that should have been a Steelers touchdown.
That's the dumbest thing about it.
It's so dumb that you don't get it. That's like a college rule right there.
Yes, I didn't even know that was a rule.
I didn't know it either. I'm like, oh
I guess
gosh,
it's so
touchdown.
rare to see that because usually everybody just jumps on the ball.
Yeah.
So
where this one was just on full stride, basically touchdown.
Damn. Well, good for you though.
Yeah, I mean,
you weren't saying this in the moment, were you?
I was saying this moment. I was like, that should have been a touchdown, but thank God. And then the Colts got a stop, so I'm like, let's go. I love the rule.
Hey, ball don't lie. yeah.
In future cases, that should, no matter what, still be a touchdown, in my opinion, even though it would have hurt my team more.
Agreed. Colts, we already talked Colts Falcons. We already talked Steelers Chargers. Last game here of the early slate. Broncos 18, Texans 15. This game was, like we obviously mentioned the Stroud injury already. Davis Mills played most of this game. This game was kind of a mess. It was kind of all over the place. There wasn't clearly a lot of scoring. It looks like a game where it was 6 field goals to 5 field goals. It was not. I do believe, how many field goals were there in this game?
One.
It was five from the Texans and then just one from
6 total.
Denver. Bo Nix was not fantastic today, but he's playing against a great defense. Like we've been saying, these are probably the 2 best defenses in football, so no shocker this game goes 18-15. Would have liked to see C.J. Stroud out here. Their offense looked a lot better with C.J. Stroud, so that's a benefit for him. People are always on his ass, or at least recently. He goes out, and the Texans play worse without him, so that's a benefit for him. They couldn't run the ball at all this game. Neither could the Broncos, but the only thing I really wanted to come on here and talk about with this game is that run by Bo Nix at the end. That was just an impressive run, man.
It is. It was impressive.
Pump fakes to his right. Both linebackers go right. He runs left, runs for like 40 yards, kick a field goal, win the game.
I will say, I think Bo Nix is a good quarterback, but I feel like every week I come on here and I'm like, I feel like Bo Nix didn't play great, but the Broncos won.
Yeah, I mean.
So, I don't know. It's like every week it's like that too. So, I don't know.
He has his moments, and then it's like when he completes passes, they look really good.
Yeah.
But his stat line almost never finishes good.
Yeah. And I mean, I always say when they run the ball, he looks a lot better. So
yeah,
and they didn't run the ball great today. They ran it okay.
Even though Dobbins has been one of the better running backs in football, crazy enough. But yeah, this sucks for the Texans, a team that could not afford a loss. One, also lose their quarterback, which is just very, very unfortunate for probably multiple weeks. They are now officially on the short list for knockout teams.
Yeah, they have to be. I wanted to make sure. Did Woody Marks come back in the game? Yes, I think he did, because he was also got injured in this game, and he's been a little bright spot for them.
Small. He wasn't that good today.
He wasn't good today.
No.
Neither was Nick Chubb. So
no,
they couldn't run the ball. Just a defensive battle, and the Broncos were able to edge them.
All right, next game here. Broncos Raiders. Thursday Night Football Broncos.
Or also, did Zach Allen come back in the game? I don't know if we highlighted that one. Because Zach Allen got hurt for the Broncos. Yes. I think he might have came back, though, because it says active, so he must be fine. But he was down and, hurt.
As long as they have Benito, they're chilling.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Broncos at home against the Raiders Thursday Night Football. It's an easy win.
Okay. Broncos at Raiders. Yeah, Broncos.
At home against the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm still taking Broncos.
Texans at home against the Jaguars.
Texans, Jags.
I'm
gonna have to go Jags I'm gonna have to go Jags.
I'm riding Davis Mills train.
You have to, though.
What do you mean?
With you picking the Jags to be eliminated, you kind of have to.
Well, I might be picking the Texans today, so who knows? Take us to Jaguars Raiders. Jaguars 30, Raiders 29 in OT in the game that should have been a tie.
Could have been a tie, yeah. Very.
Should have.
20 seconds left when the last touchdown was scored. Raiders decide to go for 2. It doesn't work out for them. I thought it was the right move to go for 2, but not the right play, I guess. And they lose. Geno Smith finally has a solid day, though, for the offense. 4 touchdowns and a pick for him, but was throwing the ball well. They didn't really run the ball. Brock Bowers is back finally, and he didn't take his time.
No.
He came back and made a statement right away. He's the best tight end in the league. It's not really a question. 12 catches.
What happened to Jake Ferguson?
Let's come on.
He didn't have any
Not
catches
even
last
close.
week.
He had 0 catches when CD's back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bowers 12 catches, 127 yards and 3 touchdowns on 13 targets. He's an absolute weapon, and with him back, maybe that'll help Geno out in general. The Jags just find another way to get a sneaky win. Trevor Lawrence doesn't play great, but gets the win. Etienne runs the ball okay, and just a classic Jags win this year where they don't look flashy, but they get it done, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, credit to Sarr for being right about this maybe being the Raiders game. Geno Smith looked a lot better
So close.
in this game. It was very close. Genty finishes with a pretty good day. He finishes with 13 carries for 42 yards, which isn't great, but he gets 5 catches for 47 yards and a touchdown. So ends with a pretty good fantasy day overall. The Raiders are just, and here's why I thought they should have went for the tie. They don't think like this because they're not thinking about draft picks. But
This helps their draft picks now.
it does, but it also could have hurt. And if they tied, it's a happy medium.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I got to say, I root for ties.
I just hate ties.
I think it's
I mean, I
The only
I
way we
refuse
can
to believe you think that.
the only way we can abolish ties is if there's a ton of ties. If there's like 5 in a season.
So you hate ties so much that you want ties?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. 'Cause
Makes
I was going to
sense,
say,
huh?
I know you're not about to say that because you hate soccer simply
Yes.
because of the fact that they have ties.
100%. And that, I guess, didn't work for soccer because they like ties.
They love ties.
Yeah, I wish this game meant more. It's unfortunate for me with having the Jaguars eliminated. I still don't think they're going to make the playoffs, though.
Yeah.
So I'll stand on that, unless they play the Titans 5 more times. But I don't have much more on this one.
Cam Little hits the longest field goal in history.
Oh, yeah, duh. How did we forget that? Yeah,
I didn't
68
forget
yard.
it. You forgot it.
Well, I would have led with that if I remembered.
No. 68-yard field goal for Cam Little. He can't hit anything else, but he can hit the longest field goal.
Yep, it's impressive. It's not in Denver.
It's not. It was in Vegas.
That means the Lions are officially free
Yeah.
from Justin Tucker. It's over. Oh, my God.
He's field goal percentage this year is 76%.
Wow.
And yeah, he almost missed a 33-yarder in this game.
And drills a 68-yarder. I love it, though. I love a long field goal.
The last time they played, he went 0 for 1. Before that, 0 for 1. Before that, 1 for 1. Before that, 2 for 3.
He's an interesting kicker.
But he can hit a 68-yarder.
You know what I just realized, bro? The next 2 games for the last game were Broncos, Raiders, Texans, Jaguars. The next ones are Broncos, Raiders, Texans, Jaguars.
Wait, what?
The 4 teams in the last 2 games we talked about are
play
reshuffling
okay.
into matchups next
There
week.
you go. Look at that.
And they're not in the same division.
No.
2 of them are.
What are the odds?
Probably not high.
Definitely not high, but
But with that being said, we don't even got to talk about their next games then
yeah.
for that reason. Penultimate game here. Rams 34, Saints 10. Worst game of the day, right?
Worst game of the day. Travis Hunter to IR, though. 4 weeks out.
Yes. Which 4 weeks out minimum.
Minimum.
It looked like it was going to be way worse than it is, though, I think.
Yeah, so.
There were
hopefully
rumors it was going to be bad. Second opinion, I think, came back good.
Oh, that's good. Well,
So.
could playing both sides of the ball be leading to the injury, though?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, it's.
Because he's
gonna
not
be-
doing it that much.
Coming back from this, though, is he going to be playing both sides, you think? Or
Probably
just one?
not, but he's not playing that much defense right now.
Yeah,
So it doesn't even matter, really. They're just going to probably have him play receiver. I'd assume.
they're going to have to. It's going to be hard to come back from an injury and play both sides.
100%. But yeah, with the Saints Rams, I don't. The only talking points I have for this game, one, I don't understand. I mean, I do understand it. He's your young quarterback in Chuck. You want to see him play, but Rattler is actually putting together a decent season, and he's also young. So I don't really understand going away from him for no reason. It looked like they were waiting for the opportunity to bench him. He kind of performed bad against the Bears, right?
Or no, it was not the Bears. It was the Rams.
They just played the Rams.
Or the Tampa Bay.
Tampa, right. Yeah, it was against Tampa. He kind of played bad in the
Yes,
first half against Tampa. They benched him for Shuck, and then they just kept him next game because they're like, okay, we have Shuck now. That doesn't make any sense to me. I think that's poor organizational management as a whole. And also, the Rams might be the best team in football.
Yeah, the Rams are very good. Matt Stafford, very good. 4 touchdowns and no picks for Matt Stafford with 281 yards. His season total now is 1,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, 2 picks. Tied for first in touchdowns with only 2 interceptions. I don't know how you don't really hear his name being thrown on the MVP race, I feel like, as much as a lot of other guys, when I think he should be the favorite.
I would, outside of any Lion, he would be the number one player I'd want to win it the most. I mean, he hasn't won one. He deserves it. But Stafford's always had like that main guy. Obviously, we've talked about it before here. Obviously, he had Calvin. He fed it to Calvin all day. He had Cooper Kupp. He fed it to Cooper Kupp all day. He now has 2 Calvin Johnson / Cooper Kupps on his team, and with a good offensive line and a defense that has a really, really good pass rush. That's tough. That's going to be really tough to beat. We were talking about fear earlier. I don't fear the Bears. I fear the Rams.
Yes, I would. If I were in the NFC, I think I would fear the Rams.
Yeah.
Very much. And they also have got Terrence Ferguson, young tight end. He has a solid day, 2 catches, 54 yards. It's a guy who invested him in the last round of a dynasty draft. I'm hoping to see him continue to take off.
Yep.
But those top 2 guys, going to be hard to stop. And then you got Kyren Williams, like you said. And Corum, 13 carries today. So we saw last year Kyren Williams get all the carries. Maybe that hurt him in the playoffs, having to carry such a load, and try to take some of that off and give him to Corum. And we see that a little bit here.
To answer your question, Stafford is 4th
Okay.
in MVP voting. Or in
I think
MVP.
I'd splash a penny or 2 on him.
Yeah, that's not bad. Allen is first at plus 150.
Yeah, probably because of the win today, which
Yep.
is kind of crazy. I would still have Mahomes over him. I
Drake-
guess record.
Drake May plus 400
His
is
third.
second.
Oh, wow.
Mahomes is third at plus 500, and actually him and Stafford are tied.
Wow.
And then after that is a big drop off to Jordan Love, and which is a little high in my opinion. Justin Herbert, Baker, Hurts, JT, Goff, Daniel Jones rounds out the top 10. Yeah, I don't.
That's shocking to me, really. I only see 3 guys winning it, and it's Allen, Mahomes, Stafford. I just don't. I mean,
Drake May is having a great season.
Drake May's having a great season.
I saw I forget exactly what it was. So this is going to be a horrible explanation of the stat that I saw today. But it was like Tom Brady's average of his best games through his first couple years or something versus Drake May's averages this year. And Drake May was better than Tom Brady's best game averages or something like that. He's just having a phenomenal year. I think Drake May definitely deserves to be in that conversation.
I think he deserves to be in the conversation. I just don't think he's.
I don't have the stats in front of me, so I don't want to say it. But it almost feels like it's a bit weird to have Josh Allen as the favorite for MVP. Does it not?
I don't disagree. Honestly.
As a heavy favorite too at plus 150.
Yeah. I keep seeing a lot of stats talking about how good Drake May is. I also did see a stat talking about how when he plays a good team or like a good top 15 defense, his stats were like significantly lower.
Because, I mean, if you want to say, okay, we'll bump up Josh Allen and we'll take down Mahomes for Allen beating Mahomes, let's do the same thing for Drake May then. Drake May beat Josh Allen. We'll move him up 1, and now Drake May's the favorite. Like, I don't think head-to-head should count for MVP at all. I think head-to-head counting for MVP at all is so dumb.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
It's like as bad as record count. It's worse than record counting.
Yeah.
Because record, it's at least the whole season. One game.
Could you imagine? I mean, does the NBA do that? I don't think so. Could you imagine they look at a Jokic Embiid?
No, they did. That was what they did.
Yeah.
It was the Jokic Embiid.
I thought Jokic had the better game.
I think it was Embiid who had the better game.
I thought it was Jokic.
I can't remember. It was like the one game Embiid wanted to play. But okay, let's move on to the last game here. Chiefs Bills. We really have been talking about it.
Yeah. So.
And we already picked Rams in the Saints games. Bills win 28-21. Chiefs are on bye next week. Bills are at Dolphins. We already talked about that. So we'll finish off with this conversation. Bills were a better overall team today. They were much better defensively. This is the Bills, though. This is what you love about them. You know what I'm actually noticing, too, though? I feel like your Bills fandom is dying down now that the Colts are good. Now that they're a legit competition. When they weren't, it was like almost like you were fantasizing about them and how good they were. And now it's like
I think you're taking this really out of proportion.
You got now that you're like flying too close to the sun, you're up next to him. You're like, oh, I actually don't like him that much.
I think you're taking this really out of proportion.
I don't think so. You just said that you don't think Josh Allen should be the favorite. I didn't think you'd ever say that.
Since 2020, I was gonna go back maybe a little bit more.
What?
But do you know the record for the Bills against the Chiefs in the regular season?
It's like 5-1 or something.
5-0.
5-0. Pretty good.
Yes. 5-0 in the regular season. So
What is the playoffs?
that's probably what.
When they score
0-3?
the second round.
They're 0-4.
You know what that meme? Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the knockout.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Would they score the playoffs?
Wow, is it 0-3 or 3-0? I can just change regular season to playoffs.
Come on, stop news. Come on, stop news.
How'd you know? It's funny because they're using Mitch Trubisky as the
picture.
0-4.
Yeah.
In that time span.
Ugh.
So 5-0 in the regular season, 4-0 in the playoffs. Which one would you rather win? I'm gonna guess the playoffs.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the playoffs as well. I still think the Chiefs might be the best team in the NFL though, so that hasn't changed. They
they're
just
very
didn't play that well today, and obviously it's a road game. It's always gonna be tough to win in Buffalo and against the regular season dominance of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. James Cook, though, another great game against a good defense. He finishes with 114 yards, and the Bills get Kincaid back, and he has a monster game as well.
Maxwell Harrison gets his first pick. The Chiefs had a chance in this game to go down and take care of business and win this game, but the Bills were able to hold them off of it, which is a tough thing to do against them.
Bills defense, best game of the year for them. I'd say easily. Mahomes completion percentage 15 for 34. I believe Romo said it was the lowest completion percentage in regular season for Mahomes.
Wow.
Ever. So bad game for Mahomes. Joey Bosa was great for the Bills as well. He forced the pressure on the Hairston interception. But it's also the Bills at home. They dominate there. Their only loss is that game against the Pats. So.
Yep.
And the Chiefs 1-3 on the road.
Which is very interesting.
Mahomes likes to go on the road, is what he said. Mahomes said he'd rather be the villain than the hero. So,
is that corny? I don't know.
Take it how you.
Do you think we see that game again?
I think I'm gonna say we do, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be in the divisional round.
Okay, because the Patriots are gonna be the 1 seed, or the Colts are gonna be the 1 seed.
It could be a wild card game. Who knows?
It actually might be.
As right now, it's
actually, there's a good chance they're both wild card teams, so they probably won't play each other until the end.
Well, I mean, right now the Chiefs aren't even in the playoffs, so
I'm sure that'll last.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll move on here to knockout.
Oh shoot!
Your teams that you have eliminated. If you're new here, this is our NFL knockout game. Every single week, we each eliminate one team from the playoffs. That means 18 teams in 18 weeks, leaving us with our 14 playoff teams, trying to predict it perfectly. So far, Mike has the Dolphins, the Jets, the Browns, the Titans, the Raiders, the Saints, and the Cardinals eliminated. Does that sound right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's 8? Who am I forgetting?
I've eliminated Jets, Browns, Titans, Saints, Dolphins, Raiders, Cardinals, Giants.
Giants. I didn't say Giants. I forgot to say Giants. Okay. So those are your 8. Who's 9?
I'm deciding between 2 here, but I'm gonna go with the one. I'm going with the Falcons.
You're gonna go with the Falcons. Okay, copying me. Nice.
Going with the Falcons.
What
am I, week late? You picked them last week?
Yeah. Any justification there?
They're just not that great. That's pretty much all you have to say.
Good evaluation.
Good players, but I don't know if it's the coaching or what. They had the pass rush today, which has been their weakness, and they still lost. So
yeah, you're anti-Raheem Morris. Respect.
I'm not anti-Raheem Morris. I think he's a phenomenal DC maybe, but just not that head coach.
Nah, I'm with you. And that brings your 9 teams to Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Giants, Raiders, Titans, Browns, Jets, and Dolphins. For reference, you have 5 teams eliminated in the AFC and 4 teams eliminated in the NFC.
Yeah, which I like to have because I think the NFC is pretty much set.
Okay, then we'll move on to mine here. I currently have the Jets, the Browns, the Titans, the Jaguars, the Raiders, the Falcons, the Cardinals, and the Saints eliminated. I got some Ducks on the board here, and I think this is the week I take my layup. I'll take the Dolphins.
Oh, fair enough.
Any justification there? They don't need. I mean, I could have eliminated them weeks ago, like you did, but I wanted to give them a little bit more chance with a team that we know their offense can be good.
Well, I mean, you're the biggest Dolphins fan out there, so
allegedly, I guess.
You had them winning the division, basically.
No, I think I had them second, right? No, I picked the Bills this year. They're gonna lose now.
You picked Bills, Dolphins. I picked Bills, Pats.
Okay, that takes me to Jets, Dolphins, Browns, Jaguars, Titans, Raiders, Falcons, Cardinals, and Saints. It actually has me at 3 NFC teams
Wow, so
and
you're better
6 AFC
you're in a
teams.
good spot.
Am I?
Yeah. Because I mean, you just got the layups with the NFC now. But I mean, you got the Jags, who are currently still in the playoffs. So
Yeah. Outside of that, that's the only team that either of us have picked that is.
You want a cookie?
Yeah, that's a ghetto. All right, that's gonna be it for this episode of the Engage A podcast. If you made it this far, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. We got a dynasty draft to do, so I'm gonna get to that. See you guys in the next one.